The only beer pouring I do these days. This week, it's Brabble. It's a blonde ale, an American blonde ale? How do you say it?
I'm not sure. That's right.
An American blonde ale by Mile Wide. This is actually in Louisville. It is such a fun place to go back in the day, BCV, before coronavirus. We would get together with like a lot of our friends and get to go and hang out, and like they had like board games, which you can't do because, you know, germs and such. But I actually really enjoy blonde ales. I don't know that you do.
I'm okay with them. Normally I'm not in the mood, but I have to say right now it's actually kind of nice right before bed.
Bad.
I don't know if you can tell, it's like midnight.
It's definitely got more of a bite than a normal ale, I would say. We also always forget that, like, we know what videos we're going to record, and then we forget to put the beers in the fridge.
So they're warm.
Lukewarm beer, not my fave. But it's not bad. It'd be good with pizza.
Yeah.
It'd be really good with pizza. Funny enough, they serve pizza there.
Let me make sure this is centered on us, so otherwise the mic is gonna pick up all of you and know me. Cause I like to see better. Look at your pretty earrings, babe.
Did you notice?
Man, there's some hottie got them for you. Who is that guy?
He got them all the way in Italy.
Damn right he did.
That's how I knew he loved me, you guys.
Welcome back to our channel, guys. I'm Ryan. This is Michelle. We are Hey Alexa, and we're just a millennial couple trying to get out of debt, and we want you all to journey along with us because, I don't know, it's more fun with friends. And
more funs with friends, more funs with beer, more funs.
We're all about having more funs here. Yeah, so we just want to invite you guys along on our journey as we try to reach for financial freedom, because we believe, what do we believe?
We believe that financial literacy is the first step to your dream life.
Man, definitely should have let you do the intro. That's all over the place.
So we do want to address just one little thing, and that's our schedule, our upload schedule. So we are still going to keep everything on Fridays. That's our main upload day. We love Fridays, and we think that's a great time. So we've decided that it would be a lot better with our budget if the budget was available to you guys the Friday before the beginning of the month. Hence, March's budget in February. I know it seems weird, but we wanted to make sure that we were ready for March and not waiting until that Friday. Oftentimes that's like the middle of the first week, and if we don't go ahead and have it ready, then it's not going to get ready till the middle of the month, and that's just not a great way to start and budget. We want to make sure that we're setting ourselves up for success and you guys up for success as well.
So we'll kind of dive into it here, and basically what it is we're just gonna talk through our budget together, just to show you guys like what we do and where we're at, and what sorts of things we want to change. So we're really big into, I think we're realizing more and more how much like a budget is a living, breathing thing. Like we started this even before we got married, we started talking about it, and it's been like such a process and just like growing together and learning how to talk about these things,
which we do not get right, you guys. Our look back is going to be much more of a vlog, because that's what we wanted to see. We want to see people actually going through this and having to figure it out, not just like people talking to a camera, but actually having the conversations. So we're gonna be giving you guys a vlog at the middle of every month. So in the middle of March, you will have a vlog for February, and we'll call that the look back. So hopefully that is a little more clear and a little more helpful for you guys as well.
Yeah, so without further ado,
let's jump in.
We talked about a couple different areas that we want to change. I think a lot of things we're starting to settle in.
Yep.
We've kind of figured out exactly like what they actually cost, make sure that we don't have, I mean, just like with getting married, I know like that has taken a while to like just make sure all our finances are coming from the right place and going to the right place. But I think we kind of know what sorts of things we want to adjust. Starting with the grocery budget, it looks like, is the first thing on the list that we want to change. And this is like a moment, because
this is like really hard. Like, I want to kind of cry a little bit, but I think it's like for the best.
Yeah. So we've been talking throughout the week, guys, of updating our budget on groceries has been $200, and we actually came pretty close in February.
It's a really doable budget in January.
In January we came really close. This month, February, probably not as close.
We'll see.
But yeah, so I think it's wiser for us, or we think it's wiser to up that.
Wiser or more wise?
Probably more wise. Wiser is like Bud, like Budweiser. But this is this is what are we?
This is Brabble.
Brabble, not Budweiser. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and update our grocery budget to $300.
Got it. So we changed that to $300, and I think that means that we might take our restaurants back down to $20 a week, because we are going up $100. And where that's coming from is, you'll also see us address this in a second. We typically have about $300 that we haven't allocated to anything, and we want to make sure that we're allocating our money and we're getting to that $0 balance. It's allowing every dollar to be budgeted to something, and wherever we save money, we're going to actually use that money, that savings in those different areas. We're going to put that towards debt as well. At least that's what we've discussed. So dropping that back down to the $20 a week, that way it actually is a treat. It's nothing fancy, but it's something that we would be able to save if we wanted to go on a really nice date one night. And it's something that currently we're just not able to accomplish.
Yeah, I feel like that's something we've got to just be getting that mindset of like, hey, we don't have to eat out once a week. I think sometimes it's like Friday or Saturday, and I'm like, hey, we haven't eaten out yet, we better go do that. But it's like, if we just like kept cooking meals until we got to one of those days where it's like, shoot, we really need, like, we don't have time to cook, we've got to get stuff done, and then we'd be able to have that extra money, because that can happen 2 times in a week sometimes, and then we already like wasted a day really the previous week, and then that's where we end up going over. So I think
exactly. I think the other thing, that different reason, or another reason that we've decided to really up our budget in groceries, is something that we've seen is when we have some of those convenient foods here, we're less likely to go out and eat out on those, like, oh my gosh, I just don't want to cook tonight, because we're vegan, if you didn't know, but we typically have things that really have to be cooked. And sometimes that sounds great. I love a good meal to cook. It's a lot of fun. But sometimes after a really long day's work, I don't want to cook. Ryan doesn't want to cook. He has a ton of editing to do. I need to write a blog. I think one of the strategies that we're going to have with our budget is giving ourselves just like a little bit extra money so that we can have a few extra things to make simple, easy, quick meals on those days that we really just have zero energy to cook.
Counseling, I don't know if, I guess you said that kind of depends on your schedule.
Yeah, I likely will try to get one for my next day off, which is in like a million days, it feels like. I think it's in like 7 or 8 days. So I'll likely try to get one for that date.
Do you want to try to do 2 in March?
I might. That should be a sinking fund. That way we always have that extra money allocated if I need it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Storage allowance, doggy school. So yeah, I think we budgeted that $375 for doggy school. I think there are still his shots, I was thinking, so maybe we need to figure out what those are going to cost and just make sure that we save a little bit of extra. Of course, maybe that'll just come out of the other category. I don't know how much shots cost for him, but
I think that would be like a good thing, and we should probably call them this week.
So maybe what we can do is we'll see what we're left with and just leave that extra money in doggy school. Anything we don't spend on shots or whatever can go back towards debt at the end of the month.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay. And then, yeah, I think everything else kind of stays the same. Our plan was, I know when we did our February budget, we kind of talked about how, or February I guess our January look back. I don't know. We were talking about how we were gonna wait on paying off debt for a little bit, even though we had saved up some money to make that normal payment that we budget for. But we wanted to wait on that just because of the medical bills. We were still waiting to see when those were gonna come out. I don't think we've gotten anything new. I think we're starting to feel pretty good about like having received all of them. And then we can pay basically the money we saved in January as well as the money we've saved in February, all in one lump sum, which is super exciting because it's really our first big debt payment of this channel, and it's gonna be like huge.
It's gonna be like a whole like card. It might
Yeah,
even be like half of a card. So stay tuned for that. We're super pumped.
Yeah, and then taxes are also coming out.
And we have decided, instead of us using that money for, I don't know, fun things or things that we think we need in the house, we really have everything.
We need new microphones.
We really have most of the things that we need, and we've discussed, it sounds like we might need to have a further discussion, but we've discussed actually putting any tax, like income tax return, back to our debt. It's really a full force kind of momentum for us to get out of debt. Consumer debt is first, and then once we knock out consumer debt, we're on to, well, you'll see.
And you can take a look at our debt video, we'll link it up above, where we go through really all the debt that we have and what we're trying to pay off in the order we're doing so. So until next time, we'd love it if you guys would subscribe to our channel. If you're interested in the content we're putting out, hit the little bell so you can be reminded of when more videos are coming out. And if you would, just gently tap the like button for us. It really helps us out. It sort of affects the whole YouTube algorithm. Oh, also, don't forget to follow us on
Instagram. We will put a link in the description box below. We would absolutely love it if you would come and join us on that journey as well. It's the same thing, just a little more content, a little different content. And
that kind of inside scoop, behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. If you have a favorite beer, we would love to hear about it so that we're always looking for different beers to try. That would be extremely fun. This is this is 2 Fridays of our month, so we always are looking for new beers.
Yeah, and we love like the community aspect too of just doing this together with other people. So the more that you can just like comment on the videos, reach out to us on Instagram especially, and again, like, yeah, talk to us about beer choices. Have some beers with your budgets, and maybe we can share a beer over a COVID friendly YouTube chat.
There's Twitch.
There you go. Yeah. But until next time, just remember to budget wisely
and compromise kindly.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Watch the operators, they be plotting shit on the go with the gang, and they rock with us everywhere that we go. We be popping up. Yeah, we popular. Eyes on us like binoculars. Yeah, they time is up. You could try.